All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well, while I learn this truth from. A salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push his word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, just basically getting on how this word of this truth is actually going to lead into your mercy, man. Because with this word too, with this word do, what it tells you, it warns you of the things that's coming ahead. Because the times that we're coming in is times like never before, especially times that's unknown into this Western hemisphere. You have to realize, man, over here in the West, man, you have running water. You can turn on your lights as will, for lack of better words, where you want something to eat. You can just go down the street. You don't have to wait a couple hours to get fed. Fast food restaurants and everything at your convenience is ultimately a trap for you guys, man. Because ultimately, once this convenience culture get taken away, a lot of people are going to panic. Look what's happened over there in New Paul. Niggas are bugging out because they don't have the internet no more. Look at their reaction. So imagine the reaction of people here in the West, man. So let's go ahead and start off right here in the book of Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And yes, man, we can see the evils coming ahead. You know, we already know that thing that happened before 9/11, but at the same time, this order FKO, the spirit of this devil causing a lot of wreckage and him coming with the solution is working, man. It's not like Esau, I'm going to wait 30 more years and then we're going to try to, no, this guy's trying to get this new world order off right now and we can see it, man. And we're hiding ourselves in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the refuge. Because during these dangerous times, the only way you're going to be protected is that you have to be under the banner of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So let's get this again. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And yes, man, because a lot of our people, especially 2/3 of our people, they're going to get punished here in the latter days. Ultimately, because what? They did not hearken unto the warning, man. And ultimately, it's just going to go down into hearkening. You know, whether you hear or whether you forbear, you're going to know that a prophet have been among you. Let's go ahead and get one real quick. This is the book of James 1. And I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. And the way that this word is able to save your soul, it ultimately tells you the things that's pleasing unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, it gives you the laws, the statutes, and commandments, which ultimately is life. But for real, ultimately what it does too, it tells you about the upcoming prophecies, man. You know, so you know what type of spirit to be in that day. It's like a weatherman or a weather report. You know, the weatherman said it's going to rain. You're not going to come outside with a tank top and shorts on. No, you're going to come outside prepared. And ultimately, that's what we're doing now. We're preparing ourselves mentally here for these evil times that's going to come in these latter days. While the rest of these people, they're preparing for Halloween, man. Niggas prepare for the fall season. Niggas are already getting their things ready together for Christmas, but Christmas will never be the same, man. Thanksgiving in '03, it will never be nothing like that ever again. Why? Because America is on its way out, man. And if you're in that mindset of trying to save this place, if you're in that mindset that America, it could possibly, you know, we're going to all pray for America, man. Because that's what Esau wants you to do. He wants you to pray for this place so ultimately you can be destroyed with it. Throw hands on the head, the wicked shall not be unpunished. But the reason why you guys are speaking up against the truth It's been a lot of TikTok trends or a lot of people speaking out against the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The reason why you guys are doing this because you don't want your hopes and dreams to be destroyed. Your hopes and dreams of you being a rapper. The hopes and dreams of your son growing up being the next Ken Griffin, a baseball player. All those hopes and dreams is going to get burnt away in order for a life to come through and be established, man. And whether you with the brand, you're going to be saved. But if you're against the brand, you're going to be destroyed. Let's go ahead and get another one. This is the book of Ezekiel 33, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me saying, and again, the word of the Lord telling you how these words that we're speaking is ultimately going to lead into salvation. A hearkening is going to lead into salvation. It says, son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring a sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. Yeah, so it's different type of prophets, man. Different type of channels you can tune to. You can tune to the channel of Joel Osteen, which ultimately is going to put you to sleep. Or you can tune to the channel of Jim Mist, which is going to warn you about the evil times ahead. Let's continue on. It says, if he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. And that's what we're doing, man. We're blowing the trumpet and warning you and telling you that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's angry, man. And he's not going to come and visit this place with hugs and kisses. He's not going to come and visit the land of America with open arms. No, it's going to be a hostile takeover once the Lord come and crack those clouds. And Esau know that, man. Let's continue on, though. It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, who hearkeneth, and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. So just because this guy didn't hearken, if you die, guess what? It's going to be on you because we warned you. And that's why it's so indicative to push forth the truth, man, and warn the people what truly the MOTB is. To warn the people what truly is Babylon the Great. It's not Vatican City, it's America, to warn the people that America will be destroyed by nuclear missiles and not through volcanoes or asteroids. No, to warn the people about the UFOs that's going to come and visit these people. These are all the warnings that we're telling you. Just like Apostle Paul said, we have not shunned, but to declare unto you the whole gospel of the Most High. So whether you hearken unto these outer world things or not, guess what? These things shall come to pass. Let's continue on. It says, he heard the sound of the trumpet. Yeah, you heard us teaching. You seen us with those garments on. You seen us yelling at the so-called white man and the so-called black Latinos and Native Americans. But guess what? And you took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So right there, you taking warning and hearkening unto the warnings of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to deliver your soul from the upcoming evils that's going to come upon the planet Earth. Let's get something real quick, because this was happening right now. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's gathering in the elect. That's the reason why this truth is bringing everybody out the churches, man. This truth is actually breaking up the wicked religion of Jesus Christ. And that's the reason why it's a big TikTok trend and things like that, which ultimately, whatever you do eat, you can't stop this word from coming out, man. Only thing you're doing is adding fuel to the fire. So let's get this in the book of Zephaniah 2, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together, gather together, O nation, not desired. Now, right here, it tells us that this nation not desired, it goes into being the blacks, the Latinos, and Native Americans, because we're not desired here in this place, man. And that's the reason why they sent out the National Guard and ICE. The National Guard going to be full of niggas in Chicago, and the ICE going to be full of Mexicans, the Northern Tribe and the Southern Tribe police, which ultimately is going to lead to, Gurkha troops being out here. You know what I'm saying? On a serious note, it's going to lead into a police force, a total control, totalitarian. So like if I said the word wrong, but a total control society, man. You know? But guess what? It's going to be, and they're going to be aiming themselves at the children of Israel, but the elect is going to be straight. Because why? The elect is going to be gathered under the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get this real quick again. It says, gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired. Right here. Before the decree bring forth. Before the days pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. So guess what? Gather yourselves in this truth. Gather yourselves under the shadow of the Almighty before all hell break loose. And we can see the heat is turning up now, man. You know, that thing that just happened, bro, it's not going to calm down. Esau is finna play on that. Continuing on, though, it says, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Right now, before the day of Yahweh shall come visit the earth. You know, you better get to know the Lord now, or you'll never get to know him, man. You know? But at the end of the day, Yahweh shall, before he bring these things to pass, and before these things actually come into the physical, guess what happened? He pushed forth this word out, this truth, this understanding, just so you can have a chance to get right. That's the reason why it's a grace period. A grace period is not the time for you to eat pork and be a nigga. No, this grace period is a time for you to get right with the Heavenly Father. Let's go ahead and get another one real quick. This is the book of Habakkuk 3, and I'm going to start at verse 2. Start from verse 2. It says, O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. Yes, man, because even though we tell you it's going to be cannibalism coming back, and the famines, World War III, people against people, city against city, man. The Gurkha troops are going to be out here. People are going to be beheaded. Guess what? Even though we saying these things, how this actually going to be is going to totally outweigh it, man. You know? Because the Lord, he can show you better than he can tell you, man. Continuing on, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy works in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. So in the midst of this wrath, in the midst of all hell breaking loose, in the midst of a lot of things going on, Yahweh Shema Shai, he will have mercy upon the few ones that are hearkening to this truth. Going back into Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, he didn't hearken, his blood shall be upon him, but the one that did hearken shall deliver his soul, man. Shall deliver himself because he hearkened to the sound of the trumpet, man. You know? So again, this word is probably not sexy unto people now, but in the time of Jacob's trouble, and even now, this is the most valuable thing upon the planet Earth. Let's get one more. Let's go right here in the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, 35, and I'm going to jump down to verse 20. He says, mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought. Yes, so people don't really want to receive mercy right now, man. People really don't want to receive this truth, this understanding right now. Why? Because it's not appealing. It's not the song and dance and running up down the pews of the church. It's not the mythical and Allah, Buddha. No, man, it's just the straight up truth. It's the simple truth, man. Even though it's outworldly and it's hard to believe if you don't have the eyes and ears to hear, at the same time, guess what? This is going to be the most valuable thing, because the guys that were speaking all these crazy things about the UFOs, they were speaking these crazy things about how they're going to put a chip into people. They were speaking these crazy things, how it's going to be a famine and America is going to be destroyed. A couple of years ago, you can shut this off. But as we get closer and closer, this doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai is making more sense. Going back into the 1 Peter, the first chapter, man. We have a more sure word of prophecy that you do well to take heed. Because guess what? If you take heed, ultimately, you're going to deliver your soul. So yeah, I can pray that this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone.